Every once in a while, one of our major appliances can break. I'm not talking about the stove or the dryer or the fridge. I'm talking about things that we really need in our home. We see it with air conditioning units, furnaces, uh, but we also see it with water heaters and water softeners. I've asked my good friend Bob Muller for Personal Plumbing to join me here on the program today to talk about what happens when the water heater or the water softener, which are both very important to life because they happen to do with water and we need water. What happens when these go out or are about to go out? They're getting old and we need to replace them, but we don't have the money. Is financing a smart choice? Hey, Bob, how are you?
I'm great, Joe. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Great question. Yeah, great question today.
So, let's say someone has a 15-year-old water heater and it's still cooking water okay, but it's leaking and it's banging and it's not doing well, and everyone agrees it needs to go, but the homeowner's like, well, we just need to save a few more $100 in the bank before we make that purchase. I would like to think maybe they should just get it done and pay monthly for it. What are your thoughts?
Yes, great question, and I agree. With how expensive our appliances are today, they do cost a lot of money up front to usually get these installed. And because of a lot of the way that these systems have to be installed per code these days, it's created a lot of extra expenses in many homes. So it can be quite costly to have your ACs replaced, your tankless water heaters, your regular water heaters. There's a lot of systems in the house that do cost a lot of money, but with the financing options that we offer today, it is by far the best way to go, because not only can you save money on the back end with your efficiency rating, because now you might have had an older air conditioner or an older water heater that was costing you a lot more money every single month in its inefficiency. You put in something that costs a little bit more money today, but will save you down the road in its efficiencies, and you can finance that and pay the difference. So basically, like in our area, you can install a tankless water heater. Our energy companies here are offering $1,000 rebate to get them installed. So you can do that on a monthly basis, where you can do the 6 months, no payments, no interest option. Pay that fully off. You get your $1,000 up front from the company and use that money towards paying your bill. And then you get a brand new system that's more energy efficient. So yes, the financing option is by far, I think, your best way to do this.
I totally agree. We would never consider saving enough money to buy the house, especially if the house is $400,000 to $600,000 or more. Buying a car, I mean, you could pay cash, but if the car is, on its last leg and you don't have the cash, we're going to go get a monthly payment. I'm telling you, we spend so much time in our homes and we want to be comfortable and safe. And by the way, when I say your water heater can keep you safe, it can, because if something goes wrong with it, it can make a mess.
Yes, 100%. And as long as the monthly payment usually will work for the customer or the client that is looking to get their plumbing system upgraded, and the more that you put into the house, the more the value of the house is going to be, as well as, like, you can add extra products. Because if you're just buying the water heater and it's costing you, $2,000 or $3,000 to install a water heater, that's a big portion of your budget. But if you wanted to add your water filtration to the system, maybe a leak detection system inside your house, as well as the water heater, you can put that in a bundle package. You can get a low monthly payment on that and usually get it with no payments, no interest, and your house is well protected. Your drinking water is well protected, and you're getting endless hot water, all for a very low monthly payment.
To me, it's a no-brainer. For more information, get a hold of Bob and his team at Personal Plumbing. All his information is located in the description of this podcast, so it's easy to reach him. Hey, Bob, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for having me.